to the port for which they were bound.
Wow.
Watch this. They were heading somewhere else when they was on the course that God had charged them to. But when they stepped into disobedience, and leading to their own understanding, it took them off course.
Yeah.
And so it was inevitable that they were not going to make it to the place where they were heading originally. I need for you to understand that you need to stay on course so that you can fulfill the will of God that He has for your life, so that you can fulfill destiny, so that destiny will be the ultimate purpose of what you set out to fulfill every day of your life. You don't want to take a shortcut. You don't want to go around the corner. You don't want to take a transfer. You want to go straight way.
Yes.
Amen.
Watch this. The Bible begins to teach me. It says that all they could do was to toss about on angry waves, not knowing how soon the ship might be torn to pieces. When they first got on this boat, the boat looked cute. It was one of the new boats. Keep on with this new doctrine, this new way, and this new form, and this new style. It's going to get you right out in the middle of life's ocean, and you're going to drift away, and you ain't going to be able to get back, and it's going to lead you to a land that you know not of. Watch this. And so it says that not knowing how soon the ship was going to be torn to pieces. Now, when it's all too late, they keep saying that in here. They just keep saying it. The captain and the centurion saw that Paul had spoken wisely. Listen to me. You don't have to keep reiterating what God told you to people. It said here, the captain realized that Paul was telling the truth.
Yeah.
When you hear from God, don't try to prove your point.
Right. Amen.
Oh,
Yes, Lord.
I'm teaching now. When you really hear from God, I ain't got to keep talking. Don't you remember what God said, Jennifer? Well, do you believe what you said? Say what God says in KIM. Keep it moving.
That's right.
That's right.
Because I'm telling you, He's going to watch over His word. Watch this. The captain and the centurion saw that Paul had spoken wisely when he urged them to remain at once. They set about trying to save the ship now. They threw out everything that might spare to lighten the vessel. I need you to understand, once you make a mistake, own up to it.
Yeah. Amen.
Stop being cocky.
Right.
That's right.
Stop being arrogant. Stop being conceited. I messed up. I got 8 on wearing. I'm going to wear it on out. I'm going to drag it on out. That's flesh. Get yourself together. You can stop in the middle of sin and turn yourself right around. You can stop in the middle of sin and jump right back out of it. You can stop and go, I'm not going any further. I don't have to complete this transaction. I got to stop right now while I'm ahead.
Yes. Amen.
No. You don't have to complete that transaction. You can stop. Flesh tell you, well, I'm already out here. I might as well go all the way. Might as well, I'm going to get in trouble anyhow. That's no flesh. That's the devil. Want to get you so far out till you're in a backslidden situation, and there is a consequence for every sin that you commit.
Yes.
And you got to pay for it. For every act of disobedience, you got to pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need no extra stuff for me to pay for. I got enough already with my crazy stuff. I done enough stuff for me, you, and your friends
Yes, Lord.
that I'm probably paying for right now.
Yeah.
I don't need no extra stuff. The old people said you might get by, but you won't get away.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that I'm still paying for because I freely and willingly did it.
Yes.
So did you.
Yes.
Don't judge me because I got on the road. Watch this. It says, and once they tried to save the ship, they started throwing things off the ship and they waited anxiously for the storm to pass. Watch this. But the storm raged on. Y'all ain't right. This too will pass. Not yet. You get ready to go through something. I need you to understand that everybody ain't going to enjoy the second half of this year. I hope you don't think that everybody's going to enjoy the second half of this year. No. Because the storm raged on. You on the boat. Watch this. It says, day after day they passed by, and still the sky frowned upon them. You know what the sky mean, right? God.
Yeah.
When God frowns upon you, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to go through.
Yes.
I done been there when he was frowning at me. Bad girl. Bad girl. You know you've been a bad girl. The sky is frowning upon you right now. It's all right. He still loves you. Watch this. It says the night after night came and went without one bit of light. Watch this. When the moon and the stars turned off the light. Light a candle. There was no candles. Just dark. You know when you're out on the ocean, the moon and the stars bring light. God allowed the moon and the stars to be dark upon that ship. They in trouble. Watch this. So one morning, Paul the prisoner, he's back to being a prisoner. He's not the preacher no more. He back to the prison. Says Paul, the prisoner, stood up on the deck and shouted to the sailors and the passengers, trying to make his voice heard upon the loud roar of the storm. Watch this. I need for you to understand that there's a lot of stuff going on in your life. You can't hear me.
Wow.
Because the storm in your life is so loud that I gotta scream at you. Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Shaw. S-U-R-E. I have another announcement. Paul had to scream. And Paul said, they listened this time. And they heard. No, why? Because they scared and nervous now. This time, all of a sudden now. We hear you, Paul. What you say? He says, men and women of God, if you had believed me when I warned you at Crete, you wouldn't have suffered the harm of this song.
Yes.
If you would listen to me. If you had listened to the God, if you had known who was speaking to you, it was Jesus, not Jill. So he had to get that off his chest. Now he get ready to bless her. He said, had you known, he said, had you known the voice of God,
My soul.
you wouldn't have suffered as much as you suffered.
Jesus.
He said, but now be of good cheer. I've come with good news now. Since I got your attention, I got good news. For there shall be none lost among us.
Yes.
Watch this. Only the ship. That thing that you think that's holding you, that thing that you think that's protecting you, that thing that looks like it's going to get you to S-H-O-R-E. I need you to understand that it's that that's not going to make it. It's that that's getting ready to fall apart. I need you to understand that there will be many pastors past the S-H-O-R-E that's getting ready to fall apart. Their words are getting ready to fall to the ground because this. He says, the angel of whom I belong to and whom I serve stood by me last night and said, fear not, Paul.
Yes.
You must be brought before the people.
Yes.